Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He unleashes a long one. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. So Miami signals for a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. To the air, it's Daniels. Fires to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide open.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Making side adjustments here. Here's Mensah to throw. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. It's Lofton. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Such a nice job at pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fellow a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Maybe some room here. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Mensah. Firing to the right, complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time. Punt, and he's got room. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Now rolling to the left. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him.
All out of space. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. He got a step and just dusted the field. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. And he's coming out of the end zone. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This offense is being aggressive, and they keep going back to the same guy. We're early in the game in the first quarter. This guy's already scored a touchdown, so if I'm a quarterback, keep trying to get him the football. He's winning his matchups one-on-one. Nice job by the defense on that play, but don't lose focus if you're the QB here. Keep trying to find your big-time playmaker.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got his man. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matter with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Gets it out fast. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air, it's Daniels. They'll run the screen. Breaks the tackle. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
And the Noles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
To the air, it's Daniels. He's got the tight end. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And third down, great job by this offense. Move the chains, give yourself another fresh set of downs, but find the big targets in the red zone. Those guys make life easy on a quarterback.
A first down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
To the air on second down. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
On third and short, they'll give it to the tight end. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing, Mensah. That's caught. It's Vaughn. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. The Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Got his man. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Moving out to the right. Fires on the move. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lofton. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Here's Mensah to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw again. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mensah fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Florida State calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Throwing, Mensah. Touchdown, Canes! Right on the money, he makes the grab in the end zone.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. The throw to the outside is complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to go right back downfield. Floating away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We're just about ready to start the second half. And here's the return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Here's Darian Mensa to throw. The quick out. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Looking for space to the left. The short hands, it's Vaughn. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
Looking for space, it's Fletcher. Might have a chance. Will give them the lead.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He goes right back to the air. Throws to the wideout. The short hands, it's Robinson. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Florida State. Once he got some room, it was over. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And they tacked on the extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Mensa to throw. Looking left. He's got an open man. Speeding down the left side. The 20. Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane!
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The returner will field it and bring it back. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense getting downfield and setting up.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He's brought down. A short return to the defense comes out on top with a pick. Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his target down the middle. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Mensah under fire, and down he goes.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He turns that loose down the right side.
And I'm not surprised by the decision-making of this QB. Like, I would go there, too. Like, he's been the go-to guy, man. He's already got 2 touchdown passes on the day. So I'm going to take shots because I believe in my wide receiver. Sometimes it's not going to come home, and it didn't on that play. Tip your cap to the defense, but I got a feeling that's not the last ball he'll throw his way.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Might be changing the route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that 1st down?
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball is only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20.
Got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Noles.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing, Mensah. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Florida State. A pick 6.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick 6. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up. And 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Keep it on the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield until the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try to run for it. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Escapes the pressure going right. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Makes the grab on the left. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. 1st down here for the offense. Here's Mensah to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Hit as he throws. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Throws to the tight end. Finds his man, it's Lofton. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw again. Here's a heat. A strike downfield. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Fires into the end zone. Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Move. Mensah into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He goes down after the short but what a play to get the football back. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Off the play fake on first down. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the left. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late.
That is just what this offense needed, man. A big play down the field, trying to score a touchdown, trying to take the lead late in this football game. But now they don't have to go super fast. They don't have to rush. Great play by this offense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback may change this route. Throwing, Mensah. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Motion from the wideout. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Miami! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, it's just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab down the left side. Off and running. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Seminoles! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Seminoles back in the lead.
Who can you count on in those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And that was one of those, gotta have it. I mean, it's 4th quarter, 4th down. We gotta get some points. Palmer, they needed that one.
Yeah, all routes have to be run at the right depth, and the ball's got to come out at the right time. Nice job there by the quarterback, working through his progression, finding the open man, and keeping this drive alive.
Of course, it was the quarterback. I thought it was the receiver, but whatever.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the Canes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback keeps it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's Mensah to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Fires quickly. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And it's good! They tied the game in the final seconds.
And that's why this kid is so automatic. Set him up anywhere on the field, and he puts it right down the pipe.
After putting a field goal on the board, they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
A full field of defensive backs trying to take away the deep ball. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Well, no surprise to see the special teams, but you thought it might be the punter. Instead, here comes the field goal kicker. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And this is some kind of belief in your kicker. They are sending him out there to try to get three from way downtown. This would be a long, long field goal to win the game, but it comes with even more risk. The return man could take it back. The field goal is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal, the offense. They can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
So here comes our first play of overtime. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Looking to throw on first down. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up third down.
Third and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime. This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you don't see bigger moments in games than that right there. Overtime, tie game, 4th down, and you need the first to keep your chances alive of winning this game, and they come up with it. Wow.
Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. The Seminoles in the hurry-up. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Florida State! And they grab the lead here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime.
And at first you don't succeed, you try again, right? Give it right back to him, man. They tried to be physical on 1st down. He didn't punch it in. I love that they came right back to him. Up front, a better job blocking, created just a little bit of a hole, and that's all he needed to run through.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Mensah unloads to the wideout. Oh, and it's intercepted, a turnover in overtime. And the takeaway is the exclamation point, the game saver for the win. It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating the flaming spear of victory by taking down the U. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.